We begin with some breaking news coming in from New York, and President Donald Trump has urged Jewish voters not to vote for New York City mayoral candidate Zoran Mamdani. This is what he wrote on Truth Social. Any Jewish person that votes for Zoran Mamdani, a proven and self-professed Jew hater, is a stupid person. Trump's comment is the latest in the US president's attacks on Mamdani's mayoral bid. In response, Mamdani criticized Trump's attempt to influence the mayoral election, stating that the president's preferred candidate, Andrew Cuomo, shares his same donors, same small vision, and same sense of impunity. Mamdani also responded to Trump's threat of reducing federal funding for the city and said that he will not be intimidated by the president's comments.
Tool at my disposal as the next mayor of this city to fight for the people of it. That means using the courts, that means using the bully pulpit, that means ensuring that we actually follow the letter of the law. And I know that doing so is something that threatens Donald Trump. It's why he's gone after Attorney General James, because she had the audacity to hold him to the same law that every New Yorker is held to. But I will not be intimidated by this president. I will not be intimidated by anyone, because my job here is to serve the people of the city.
While in-person voting is currently underway, more than 730,000 New Yorkers have already cast their ballots, marking a record-breaking early voting turnout. Election officials claim overall turnout could exceed 2 million voters by the time the polls close, a milestone not reached in New York City since 1969. Mamdani is pitted against Andrew Cuomo, a former Democratic lawmaker who is contesting in the election as an independent after losing the Democratic ticket to Mamdani. The 67-year-old billionaire is seeking a political comeback 4 years after stepping down as governor following accusations of sexual harassment. All of U.S. is watching the race closely to witness what could potentially be the biggest upset that American politics has seen in its modern electoral history. Susan Teherani is joining us now live from New York. Susan, how is it going? How is the turnout? I have reported that 730,000 New Yorkers have already cast their ballots, and the estimate is 2 million. Is that number good enough?
It seems like it's great enough, actually, Eric. Compare that over 700,000 to 2021, when early voting along the 9 days was only about 160,000 people. And a lot of people believe that that's why I'm standing in front of one of the polling stations here in New York City. That's why we don't really see those long lines right now today on voting days, because so many decided to vote early. But nonetheless, the over 50 crowd here in New York and across the United States, really for the most part, they prefer to vote on election day. So that's why we're probably going to get those big numbers as well. And those over 50 voters may decide who becomes the next mayor of New York, because at this point, a lot of them are undecided and a lot of them are going to be voting today, as opposed to all of the polling data that we've had for the past few months.
So how does it look for Mamdani and how does it look for Cuomo? Because Donald Trump did post a very scathing attack on Mamdani. He says, I'll just read the quote one more time. Any Jewish person that votes for Zoran Mamdani, a proven and self-professed Jew hater, is a stupid person. And Mamdani did respond.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting when it comes to Donald Trump in New York City, you have to wonder whether or not a President Trump endorsement is a blessing or a curse. During a 60-minute interview on Sunday, President Trump somewhat said that, it doesn't matter. You don't like Cuomo. He has a history with New York. But even if you're a Republican, you're voting against Mamdani at this point. Cuomo tried to brush that off and say that, no, President Trump didn't endorse me. I'm going to stand up to him. I'm not a Trump candidate. Remember, he's running as an independent. He used to be a Democrat governor here in New York, and President Trump has decided to back him. So has Elon Musk. But then President Trump came out on Truth Social and full-on endorsed him. For the president and those that support Cuomo, Mamdani is a danger to this city. They believe that he's not only inexperienced, but also ideologically, he just doesn't match what New York wants. The polls say a different number, at least for now. Mamdani is ahead of both Cuomo and Curtis Silva, who's running on the Republican ticket. Now, some believe that today things might change. There still is a chance for Andrew Cuomo, but others believe that it's time to turn the page on New York, however that may be. If we have time, Eric, I just want to show you when I was coming here to this polling station, across the street, just steps from one another, there was a person giving out Cuomo cards and there was a person giving out Zohran Mamdani cards. Now, Zohran Mamdani, is writing about all of the stuff he wants to do for New York. So is Andrew Cuomo. But Andrew Cuomo has a problem. He also has to tell his voters where to find him on this ballot. Because he's running as an independent, he's not a major party candidate. He's sort of hidden down here underneath all these other candidates. And Zohran Mamdani's name and Curtis Silva's name are written twice, and that's just because two different coalitions supported him. So very interesting stuff. We'll have to wait and see. Polls opened at 6 a.m. They're going to close at 9 p.m. Somewhere after that, we're going to see who's going to occupy Gracie Mansion, which is the official residence of the next New York mayor.
Indeed, Susan, keep your eyes out. Thank you for talking to us today.
Okay. You bet. Thanks, Eric.